Dear students, once again I am Mr. Vishal Shah, Assistant Professor Krishna Institute of Pharmacy Karad. Welcome you all to this my YouTube channel to yet another session of polynuclear hydrocarbons. In previous video we have finished with the methods that are used for the preparation of the naphthalene as well as the chemical reactions. Now today we are going to discuss the various derivatives of the naphthalene, that is the 1-naphthol and other one is the 2-naphthol. Today we are going to discuss these two compounds regarding the methods that is used for the preparation as well as the chemical properties of these compounds. So let's begin with our today's session. Before that, just we will see what are the learning outcomes of this session. After this session, students will be able to explain what is the meaning of polynuclear hydrocarbons or compounds, explain various methods that are used for the preparation as well as the chemical reactions of polynuclear hydrocarbons like alpha-naphthol as well as the beta-naphthol. Now, first we are going to start with the methods that are used for the preparation of the alpha-naphthol, which is also known as the 1-naphthol. Now, in previous video we have seen about the naphthalene. Now we are familiar that the naphthalene is consisting of two benzene rings that are fused to each other. So at the first position, if we attach a hydroxyl group, as here in this name you can see the name is ending with the OL, and if the name is ending with OL, you can say that our compound is consisting of the alcoholic functional group like ethanol, methanol. So here also if we attach a 1-hydroxyl group at the first position of naphthalene, we will get the structure which is known as the alpha-naphthol, which is also known as the 1-naphthol. So there are two methods are there which are used for the preparation of the alpha-naphthol or 1-naphthol. Out of that, first one is from sodium 1-naphthalene sulfonate, where the derivative of naphthalene is used to carry out the synthesis of the alpha-naphthol. Now here in this case, when sodium 1-naphthalene sulfonate is treated with sodium hydroxide at 300 degrees Celsius, it gives sodium naphthoxide, and this obtained sodium naphthoxide is treated with dilute sulfuric acid to give 1-naphthol or alpha-naphthol. So this is the method that is used for the preparation of the 1-naphthol. Remember that 1-naphthalene sulfonate is prepared from our naphthalene, because in the sulfonation we have seen that when naphthalene undergo the sulfonation, it is converted into the sodium 1-naphthalene sulfonate. So here this compound, first it is treated with the sodium hydroxide at 300 degrees Celsius to get sodium 1-naphthoxide, that is the sodium salt of naphthoxide is generated, and this compound, which on a treatment with the dilute mineral acid, it will be converted into the 1-naphthol. So this is about the first method that is used for the preparation of 1-naphthol. Then second method that is used for the preparation of the 1-naphthol is from 1-naphthylamine. Here when 1-naphthylamine is heated with dilute sulfuric acid at again 300 degrees Celsius, under the pressure it gives us a 1-naphthol. Here you can see this reaction where if we attach a amino functional group like this at the naphthalene, we will get the 1-naphthylamine. This 1-naphthylamine on treatment with the dilute sulfuric acid at 300 degrees Celsius and under the pressure, the amino group is replaced by the hydroxyl group. In this way, we can carry out the synthesis of the 1-naphthol either by using the 1-naphthylamine, or also we can use the sodium salt of the naphthalene sulfonate. So these are the various methods that are used for the preparation of the naphthol. Now after this we are going to see the various chemical properties that are shown by the alpha naphthol or 1-naphthol. So first chemical property that is shown by alpha naphthol is reaction with nitrous acid. Here alpha naphthol, when it is reacted with nitrous acid, it gives the oxime, that is the 2-oxime of 1,2-naphthaquinone is generated. Here you can see when 1-naphthol or alpha naphthol, when it is treated with the nitrous acid. Now you have to remember, directly we are not incorporating this nitrous acid. This nitrous acid is generated in situ by the reaction of sodium nitrite and the any mineral acid, that is the dilute sulfuric acid or maybe hydrochloric acid is used. So nitrous acid will attack on the 1-naphthol to first get the naphthaquinone, and further the naphthaquinone is converted into its oxime structure. Oxime means what? Here there is a presence of this double bond NOH type of structure. Generally oximes are prepared from aldehydes or ketone. That's why here first there is generation of 1,2-naphthaquinone will take place, which will be converted into the 2-oxime of the 1,2-naphthaquinone. That is the second oxygen is converted into the oxime. That's why it is written as 2-oxime 1,2-naphthaquinone. So this is about the first chemical property, that is the alpha naphthol. When it is reacted with nitrous acid, it gives us a 2-oxime of 1,2-naphthaquinone. After this, we are going to shift towards the various electrophilic substitution reactions that are shown positive by alpha naphthol or the 1-naphthol. First electrophilic substitution reaction that is shown by alpha naphthol is sulfonation. In this case, when 1-naphthol is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid at 40 degrees Celsius to give a mixture of 1-naphthol 2-sulfonic acid and 1-naphthol 4-sulfonic acid. Here you can see that when this naphthol is treated with concentrated sulfuric acid, there will be either formation of 2-sulfonic acid will take place, that is the sulfonic acid group is attached at the second position. Also there is a formation of the 4-sulfonic acid derivative will take place. Now if you recall or remember, we have seen various directive effects. Now my question is to you that why there is a attachment of sulfonic acid group at the second and fourth position only? Why there is a not attachment of sulfonic acid group to this third position? Because we clearly know that this hydroxyl group is acting as a orthopara director. In the directive effects of benzene, we have seen that hydroxyl group is acting as an activator of the ring as well as it is acting as a orthopara director, and due to which the whatever the incoming electrophile is there, that incoming electrophile is migrated towards the either ortho or para position, and that's why there is a formation of the 2-sulfonic acid derivative or the 4-sulfonic acid derivative will takes place. In this case also, the mechanism that is involved in the electrophilic substitution reaction is same. Like the first step is the generation of electrophile, then second step is attack of electrophile, and the third step is loss of the proton. In this way this reaction proceeds. That is about the sulfonation. Then next chemical reaction that is shown positive by alpha naphthol is nitration. Here when 1-naphthol is treated with a mixture of concentrated nitric acid and the sulfuric acid, that is the fuming nitric acid is used. You know that fuming nitric acid is nothing but the mixture of concentrated nitric acid as well as the concentrated sulfuric acid. Now this mixture when treated with 1-naphthol at 20 degrees Celsius, it gives us a 2,4-dinitro 1-naphthol, which can be observed by using this particular reaction, where you can see that 1-naphthol is treated with the mixture of HNO2, that is the nitric acid, and the sulfuric acid at 20 degrees Celsius to give us a 2,4-dinitro 1-naphthol. That is, the nitro groups are present at the second and fourth position of this naphthol. Here also we can say that this hydroxyl group is acting as a orthopara director, and due to which nitro groups are attached at second position and the fourth position. So this is about the chemical reaction, that is the nitration. After this, we are going to discuss the chemical reaction, that is the oxidation. Now, alpha naphthol undergoes oxidation by using chromium trioxide in acetic acid to form 1,4-naphthaquinone. Now, if the oxidation is carried out with the help of the potassium permanganate, it gives a thalonic acid. Means, after oxidation, the product that is obtained, it is depending upon which type of the oxidizing agent that we are going to use. If we use the chromium trioxide in acetic acid, we will get 1,4-naphthaquinone, and if we use the potassium permanganate as a oxidizing agent, here we will get the thalonic acid as our product. Now, we will see these reactions one by one. Here you can see 1-naphthol when first it is treated with chromium trioxide in the acetic acid. Here there will be formation of 1,4-naphthaquinone will takes place. Now, quinone means what? There is a presence of 2 cyclic ketones. Cyclic ketones means oxygen, that is the ketone functional group, is directly linked to this aromatic ring. Here you can see that as there is a presence of the 2 oxygen atoms are there, and they are present at the 1,4 position. That's why it is known as the 1,4-naphthaquinone. So this is the one product that is obtained by treatment with chromium trioxide. Similarly, if we use the potassium permanganate to perform this reaction, instead of getting 1,4-naphthaquinone, this second ring is opened up and we will get the thalonic acid as our product. In this way, we can perform the oxidation by using a different chemical agent. After this, next reaction that we are going to discuss is reduction. In this case, when alpha naphthol is reduced with lithium metal in presence of liquid ammonia, it gives 5,8-dihydro 1-naphthol. Here you can observe this reaction where 1-naphthol when treated with the lithium in presence of liquid ammonia, the carbon atoms that are present at the 5th position, this is the 5th position, and the 8th position, they are converted into the saturated form. Remember that the D ring where this hydroxyl group is present, it is remain as it is, where the second ring is gets saturated, where there will be presence of these 2 carbon atoms at the 5th and 8th position. They are converted into the saturated carbon atom, which leads into the formation of 5,8-dihydro 1-naphthol. Then last chemical property that is shown by naphthol is a reaction with phosphorus pentachloride, where alpha naphthol is treated with phosphorus pentachloride to form the 1-chloro-naphthalene. Here in this case, the 1-naphthol, when it is treated with phosphorus pentachloride, there will be formation of 1-chloro-naphthalene takes place. Here you can make correction, instead of hydroxyl group, here there is attachment of chlorine group will takes place, which is known as the 1-chloro-naphthalene. So these are the various methods as well as the chemical properties that are shown by the naphthalene. Now you have to go to this particular website, use this code and give the answer for this question. Thank you. If you are coming to this my YouTube channel first time, I request you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and you can share it with your friends. For more videos related to the pharmaceutical organic chemistry, stay tuned to this my YouTube channel. Thank you very much.